Molly's Game is written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, his directorial debut, and it stars Jessica Chastain and Idris Elba. And this tells the true life story of Molly Bloom. She was like an Olympic class skier, excelling in life, and then ended up becoming she ran the most exclusive poker games in the world, and then ended up being a target for the FBI and in this big investigation. A really interesting story just off the bat. There's many layers to this where it's like she did this, then this, then this, and how did these connect? Life is weird, isn't it? And essentially the movie focuses on the investigation. Her dealing with her lawyer Idris Elba. They're going over her past, the Olympic thing that happened. It's basically about her running this exclusive poker games, rich billionaires, movie stars, all these people show up, and she's running a legitimate business. And yeah, the legal proceedings of her trying to clear her name and not go to prison for it. It's Aaron Sorkin, his directorial debut. He's done movies like this before. He wrote that one movie with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. What's it called? A Few Good Men. That was a legal movie. But Aaron Sorkin shines at movies where people either sit around or walk around and talk. He is the master of that. He's done a lot of TV work. He did The West Wing, I think, but the things I think of him for: Steve Jobs, The Social Network, Moneyball. Dude's a master of writing. He makes dialogue so compelling where, like, a lot of the times it's like, do I really understand what's going on? The Social Network and Moneyball, they're talking about insider baseball trading or like setting up computer programming for Facebook. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. It's all kind of washing over my brain. But he still managed to keep it very compelling and interesting, where you're seeing smart people talk about stuff I don't understand, and I don't get bored or mad like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he just makes it cool. He makes it pop. It's magical dialogue that hypnotizes you. This has nothing to do with anything, but I'm taking his masterclass. Okay, funny story. I'm taking his. I'm like, first person, I'll learn from him, and then I think maybe I want to learn acting from Kevin Spacey. So when I finish the Sorkin writing, I'll let Kevin Spacey teach me how to act. And I've been taking a little long, like I don't do a lot of lessons. Like, I'm going very slowly through that masterclass. And it's like, oh, Kevin Spacey, maybe I won't have him teach me to act anymore. Anyway, back to the relevant things like the fucking movie. Yeah, Aaron Sorkin is a great writer, and as a director, like, the dude, like, he's been in Hollywood for a long time working on TV, movies, so he's probably watched people direct and seen firsthand, like, okay, directing requires a lot, and slowly just learning how to do it. So now he steps into it finally as a director, taking the helm. He's running the show, and he does a really good job as a director. It's a very classy style. It's nice. It really fits his writing, where it's like laid back. You're just kind of locked down, relaxed. We're gonna walk and talk or sit around talk. And it's compelling in a way that you almost don't notice. He has some nice long takes. His camera is very sweeping at times, very grandiose at times. He does an excellent job as a director. The actors really shine in this. And yeah, Aaron Sorkin does a fantastic debut as a director. Love it. And as a writer, still crushing it as ever. The acting in this, Jessica Chastain, wonderful. And I always forget how much I like her as an actress. Jessica Chastain isn't the first actress I think of where it's like, who's a great actress nowadays? She's not the first one I think of, and yet she does incredible work. Zero Dark 30, The Help, what's that other one? Interstellar, where she played Marv, Lawless, The Martian. I haven't seen some of her movies. I've heard she's really good in Miss Sloane, and there's a few other things that I haven't seen, but I just know she crushes it every time. Every time I see her in a movie, like, she's great, and I'm reminded, right, Jessica Chastain is such a talent. She's so good, and this movie, front and center, it's all about her. She gets to be kind of a mysterious character at times, because we get her backstory, her Olympic skiing stage, and then her running the poker thing. It's all her point of view. It's all her telling us about her life, but she still remains a little mysterious on why she did certain things. And then later in the movie, we get to learn some motivations, and she evolves a little bit. We see her from a different light. She's really good. She just crushes it. She's super compelling and just awesome. It's like the Goodfellas thing where it's like you're just following a person's life and it's just the intricacies of what they're doing is so awesome, but she's not necessarily like a horrible criminal gangster or anything. I was just entranced and I was so into it. All the little details, all the interesting little tidbits about her life is awesome. The way she does business, the way she did things, she had a code of ethics and a set of rules. She was awesome and I just loved her. And then Idris Elba, fantastic as her lawyer. He's great in this. He's also wonderful. He gets one scene where he just crushes it. He gets to do a little monologue, and I was like, just applaud. Because Jessica Chastain has the whole movie to be awesome, but Idris Elba, like, one scene in particular, it's like, Aaron Sorkin's like, I'm going to give you a monologue, and you're going to nail this because you're Idris frickin' Elba, and I know you can. And he does, and he's so good. so many times. I can think of so many scenes where it's just sitting there giving little monologue speeches, talking. It's just, damn, it's good. And even Kevin Costner's in this movie for a little bit, and I love Kevin Costner, and he shows up here and he gets just a few minutes to play around, and he also crushes it. He gets one scene where it's like, Kevin Costner, man, don't sleep on the guy. You forget, but he can come in at any moment and just own a scene, and he crushes it in this too. Just the inner workings of this world, the inner workings of these poker games, the government, the criminal proceedings that go on. It's all so interesting. It's all stuff that, technically I'm an adult, but I don't know this stuff, so like watching it, getting to be in this world, it's so interesting. It's just wonderful. And there's some fun little cameos or great performances by actors. Like there's an actor from Stranger Things in this, and you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. When he showed up, I like leaned back in my chair like, and I like had to stop myself from like pumping my fist in the air and going, yes! Because I was just like happy to see him, because like I know him from Stranger Things, and he showed up in something else on a big 50-foot screen. I was like, I was so excited. And then Michael Cera, I thought he was actually playing himself because like his character is a Hollywood star movie actor. I was like, oh, so is he playing himself? But it turns out like they kept it a little hush-hush about who he's actually supposed to be playing. But apparently the person who it was did some web shooting back in the early 2000s, and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. It's on IMDb trivia who people think it actually is, and after reading that, after seeing the movie, it made me think of it in a whole new way, because it's Michael Cera, and he's doing a different performance than he usually does, but still feels kind of Michael Cera-ish. I'm like, I like him a lot in this, and then when I realized who he's supposed to be portraying, more or less, like, the rumors are it's this actual actor, I was like, that's kind of cool. It makes me think a lot about my childhood, but it's pretty cool. This is a recent story. It was like 10 years ago this all happened. It's really compelling, and it's a wonderful, wonderful movie. Jessica Chastain owns it. Idris Elba and Kevin Costner crush it. Aaron Sorkin, dude's a great director. I can't wait to see him direct more stuff and write more stuff. Love it. Just hypnotized by all the wonderful writing in this. So compelling, so great. I loved it. I would give Molly's Game an A. I adored this movie. So comment below, tell me what you thought of Molly's Game if you've seen it. If not, I highly recommend you do. If you have, comment below, tell me what you thought of it. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.